Quadratics will be the first unit we cover in Math 2. At the beginning of every unit, I will give you a tree diagram that kind of outlines the unit in its entirety. Starting off with Lesson 1 in Quadratics, we're going to look at the different features of quadratics and also how to transform them. So starting off, before you can really talk about the key features of a quadratic, you actually need to know what it is and be able to describe it. Okay, so formerly they had the shape of a parabola. Now, what does parabola mean? Is basically it looks like a U, or it can look like an N. Okay, you can represent it in many different ways. So I will say it has multiple representations. And then last but not least, it has a degree of 2. So basically the variable with the highest exponent is or has to be a 2. Now, defining some key features. The domain is all of the x values contained in a function. The range is the opposite of domain, so it's the y values contained in a function. The vertex is probably one of the most important points. Okay, and it's the point that is made up of your axis of symmetry and the max min. Okay, a couple of notes about the vertex really fast. It's either always the highest point or the lowest point of a quadratic. Next, we have your axis of symmetry. Axis is something that pivots. Symmetry means even. So it is the vertical line that splits a quadratic in half. Your max or min, not too different than the real world, is either a high point or the low point. Right? Use a little bit of common sense here, guys. High is max, low is min. Roots, zeros, solutions is where the graph crosses the x-axis. I'm running out of colors here. The y-intercept is where the graph crosses the y-axis. And then last but not least, you have end behavior, which will be how your graph acts at the end. Okay,